All right, what's going on? What's going on? Hope everybody's going to have a good Christmas. Good Christmas. Anyway, uh, let's see. What am I going to get into today? Well, first of all, I want to thank all my subscribers, members, and everybody just watches the channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love it. It'd be a great Christmas present for me. Please subscribe. Now let's get into the meat and taters of the video here, guys. Wow. Things are not always as they seem. Seen a video last night where some cops showed up to 1122 King Road for a noise disturbance, and there were some boys that answered the door, and they said that they didn't know who one of them said they didn't know who the owner was, and it was that they weren't there. The owners weren't there. So obviously it raised some red flags with the cops. But not only did it do that, but it also took me back to what one of the family members had said about their sister. I think it was Kaylee's sister that made a statement. Let me get it pulled up here, and I'll tell you what that. I'll let you listen to it. Let's see. Here it is. All right. So Kaylee's sister said let's just play it, and then I'll address it after that.
Was there any threat that she had ever had? Was there anybody who was coming after her on social media? Did she have a past, a problem with a boyfriend or a friend? Anything to inform why somebody would do something so violent to her, her friend, her other roommate, and her boyfriend?
Absolutely. There's nothing. There's no boy problem. There's no threat. There's no high risk lifestyle that.
There's no high risk lifestyle. So, yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. Well, I just seen a video of cops being called to a disturbance at 1122 King Road, and random boys answer the door. I don't think not one of the girls were there. So it seemed to me like people were just coming and going as they pleased in that house. To me, that's a risky lifestyle. I know a lot of stuff about risk assessment. And some of this just comes down to common sense too, guys. Some of it just comes down to common sense. When you're having people in your house, when you're not there, that's a risk. So now we have to step back and reevaluate everything just because the video has come out with the cops at the house showing the two boys there. One of them put Maddie on the phone with the cops. Maddie was at another party. One of them said they didn't even know who owned the place. They were just there to party. So now, when you're looking at this in an investigative point, you got to start back over because we were given. I guess what I'm trying to say is not everything is as it seems. Was Kaylee telling her family what all they were doing? was anybody that was living there or associated with that house telling other family members exactly what was going on. Because to me, when Kaylee's sister said there was no high-risk lifestyle, well, that when I seen the video of the cops showing up for the noise disturbance and the two boys came to the door and none of the girls were there apparently, and people, from my understanding now, people were just coming and going out of that house maybe as they pleased. That's a high-risk lifestyle, and for her sister not to know that, that raises red flags with me. Did her family know about that body cam footage? You know, and did Kaylee's family know about the heavy partying and the people coming and going? And again, I have to go back to XANA and her dad having the locks worked on. So did one of them boys go in Xana's room when she wasn't there? Did a boy go in Xana's room at a party while she was there, uninvited? Again, things are not always as they seem. And I'm still thinking shortly before what happened, maybe even up to 30 days before, the crime happened. I'm thinking there's got to be some kind of altercation, argument, something that led somebody to brutally do what they done. So another thing I want to talk about, the 911 call is still being kept private. There's something with that 911 call that is gold. I don't know what it is, but there is something on that 911 call that is gold for the prosecutor. Or they would have released it. And the reason why we haven't heard from the two surviving roommates or anybody that was there when the cops finally showed up, and the 911 call being kept private, could it be that they know who probably done it? Could that be a reason why we've not heard from the two surviving roommates or anybody, just not the two surviving roommates, but anybody that was there when the cops finally showed up? We've not heard from anybody. Was something maybe said on that 911 call that maybe somebody's name was mentioned? I wonder who all that has been in that house. Now that all this has come out, that people were coming and going out of that house, even when, the girls weren't even there. Have they interviewed every single person probably in the last 30 days that's been in and out of that house? Lord, have they even interviewed everybody that's been in and out of that house in the last week before the crime? Makes you wonder. Oh, and there was a video put out recently of a white Hyundai Elantra in front of the girls' sorority house. Let me show that to you. And I don't think that is the car they're looking for, just because I think it's a newer car. Everybody kept saying that the car didn't have GPS or anything like that. So this car right here, guys, this is the Hyundai Elantra that somebody made a video on in front of the girls' sorority house. And yes, it is a Hyundai Elantra, but as you can see, I believe this model is a lot newer than what they're looking for. This is probably a 2015. Because look right here, guys. You see right here? GPS. This is a lot newer of a car than a 2011 to 2013, in my opinion. Now, here's my question. Could the cops have the date wrong on the car? Could it be a newer car that they're looking for? Again, this one has all the bells and whistles on it because of this right here. The GPS on the roof. See? Right here. GPS on the roof. See, all these are newer cars with newer technology. Not a 2011 to 2013. So I wanted to show that to you too. So my question, guys, is could the cops have the wrong date on the car too? Could they be looking for a newer car? Makes you wonder. So things ain't always as it seems. Remember that. Things are not always as it seems. So let me know what you think in the comments below about everything. Again, I just wanted to go over, the body cam footage of the officers showing up to the house over the noise disturbance, and the two boys were there and nobody else was there. They had to call Maddie over the phone. Maddie spoke to an officer and said, hey, I know you're not here, but if we have to come back, you're getting a citation because this is your house. You guys are renting it out. So it seemed to me like a lot of people were just coming and going, and they wasn't really even keeping track of who was coming and going. That is a risky lifestyle. And with Kaylee's sister saying there wasn't a risky lifestyle, to me, it looks like as a person that knows about risk and risk assessment, that and common sense. I mean, that to me seems like a really, really high risk environment at 1122 King Road. It was extremely high risk for a crime to happen like that. And again, let me know what you think about the two surviving roommates and everybody, not just them, but everybody that was there when the cops got there. We've not heard from them. Could they know? Could they have a hunch as to who may have done it? Is that why they're being so quiet? Are they being kept quiet because they may have a hunch as to who done it? And the 911 call being kept private too. So let me know what your thoughts are about all that stuff, guys. And I'll see if I can't get to all the comments, and we'll discuss it. So leave some comments, let me know what you think, and see you on the next video.